What's up, heretics? It's the Religion of Speed podcast, the show for car nerds by car nerds, and I am amazed that I still remember that after the month and a half we've taken off. I am Matt Overstreet.
I am Chris Huffman.
And I'm Hamza.
And today on the show, we have a special guest, the winner of Sundae Cup, much to the dismay of many other Sundae Cup drivers, Lucas Urban.
Hello.
Man, it is good to be back in the garage, though. We were grilling out today and, drinking some beers and hanging out, and it's been a minute. And sorry that the feed was dead for a little while, but, that just means we have a lot to talk about.
Well, it wasn't dead. You put up 2 episodes on YouTube and didn't tell anybody.
Well, I mean, even between, launching those and now, it's been a minute. But yes, I will work on promotion better. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at promoting myself.
Well, no. See, I would do the promotion if you told me something happened.
See, I didn't even know it was a secret. I was like, oh, sweet, we're on YouTube. I didn't even listen to the last 2. I just watched them on YouTube.
Well, much like trying to get us ready from grilling to sitting down podcasting, this whole thing is like herding cats, myself included. So,
A cat herding cats.
yes. But we have a lot of news to talk about and catch up on. Lucas, I'm glad to have you here to have your insights on some of this news. And then I do want to talk about racing and grid life and stuff like that with you. But to start, it is the Religion of Speed podcast. So, of course, we have to talk about the GR Corolla. And the news dropped away like a week after we recorded our last one that the actual MSRP is going to be just under $37,000, which is great. And nobody's ever going to get one for that price.
Oh, yeah, the dealer markup is probably going to be an additional $37,000.
Yeah, they'll just double it, right?
Yeah.
And then I've said it before, there's no way I'm paying more than like $50,000 for a Corolla.
Is this the one where the rear windows go up, or?
Yeah, no, yeah, this is the full car version. Okay. If you want the one that has less stuff, you have to pay more.
Pay more, right? No, which makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a version of the GR. Is it the Cup? What is it?
The Mazio.
Yeah, so it's named after the Toyota guy, right?
Yeah.
And so essentially, it's like very tracked out. The rear windows don't go down. It doesn't have.
No rear seats.
Yeah, no rear seats. Like, it's crazy. It's a little track car.
It's like
carbon fiber roof, forged carbon fiber roof. Like,
wow.
It's some cool shit, but it's also going to be an extra $15,000 on top of this price.
So they can leave more parts on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all right. Just wait for the Papadakis edition.
You're right.
Or the Turk edition.
The Turk edition. Yeah.
This is the Focus R.o.S. now.
Yeah, basically.
It's like the R.o.S.
Yeah.
It's going to bring in that following.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Ryan Turk edition of this. That would be awesome.
Even higher spec version.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Because, this thing already makes like 350 horsepower or something like close to that, isn't it? 320? I don't remember. It's been so long since I talked about the GR Corolla. I've forgotten about it.
I know about the R.o.S., not the Corolla.
I think it's closer to 3 because.
Oh, and it's the same tune as the one in the R.o.S, right?
295 foot-pounds. So, yeah, I think it's just over 300, actually.
Is it the same 3-cylinder?
Same 3-cylinder.
Okay.
Same engine.
Okay.
They just tuned it up a little bit because it's in a bigger chassis. So they're like, it needs a little more power. That's my biggest disappointment with the Corolla in general is it's not the Yaris. The Yaris was so fucking crazy cool, and it's less weight and 2-door, but
Shorter wheelbase.
Shorter wheelbase. It's like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad we're getting this, but I don't know. If this came out in a different time when the car market wasn't so stupid, I might actually think about trading the Fiesta for this, but there's just, for like $50,000, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to put a down payment down on a house.
Yeah, you can put a down payment down on a house in Aurora.
Right?
You still have to get a 30-year mortgage.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I still have like $3,000 a month payment, but whatever.
You could get a tiny house for that.
True.
There we go.
Yeah. I just need to find a place to park it.
Right outside.
Yeah,
What are you
right
talking about?
Just build a garage. Be smart.
Yeah, no, I just, like,
Shouts.
yeah.
Shouts.
Barn dominium, thank you.
Barn dominium.
Yes, that's the official.
term.
That's the official term.
That's the gentrified term.
Yeah. Shouse is like the redneck version.
Welcome to my house.
Oh, a shed
Well, you're never
house?
gonna sell it if you call
Yeah.
it that.
I was like, what is a shouse? But no, okay, I got it. Okay. Shed house.
Shop house.
Yeah, shop
Oh,
house.
I thought it was a shed house.
This isn't Jimmy Broadbent.
I thought it was the episode of a Grand Tour. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
true.
just thinking about Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
He lived in a van first, didn't he?
He lived in a shed, then he lived in a van, then he lived in another shed.
Listen, all I've learned from this little brief conversation is it's possible to live in a shed
Yes.
and be successful.
It is.
Quote unquote. But yeah. Anyways, that's enough GR Corolla talk because we do it every week.
Well, I do think it's cool. I don't know if we have this article, but the GR Corolla engine, Toyota was putting a few of those into 8.6 chassis for test and tunes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did
which
we
is-
not talk about that last time around?
No, I don't think we did.
My
Yeah.
computer's going
They
crazy.
only made a few. It's not making it to production. They're using it to test and tune, but they are putting that 1.6 into some 8.6 chassis at the Toyota factory.
But you know, like the Toyota guy, like the
Subaru's not going to be happy.
No, they're just
Subaru
cutting
won't be
Subaru
happy.
out of the chassis
Yep,
at that point.
Pretty much.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
They
That's the
should.
perfect fucking combo.
Yeah.
That 1.3 in that chassis, that's a perfect car right
Oh,
there.
people would
hey,
buy
I
it.
know they could just call it the MR2.
Well, no, they
Excuse
can't.
you? I say,
Oh,
that is
yeah.
not a midship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
M stands for midship.
It's a front midship. It's the
there's-
FMR2.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, front midship.
There's an easy solution to a missing car. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah.
Why don't they put the 2-liter 4-cylinder that they put in the Supra?
I
I
don't
don't know
Well,
why
because
that's
that's a
not in
BMW
there.
engine.
That is a,
That's
why?
the most logical.
Well, that's a
choice.
BMW engine, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
BMW engine.
Yeah.
This makes most
Again,
logical sense because this is a Toyota
Bye,
engine.
Subaru. Sorry.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
I mean, at this point, I don't really understand why they still make two versions. I mean, we have how many different versions of the FRS, BRZ?
8.6.
8.6.
Toyota.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
just make one. Just make one and call it a day. The Toyota 8.6, call it a day, put that engine in it, get rid of this shitty Boxer engine that keeps blowing up. We didn't even talk about that, did we? It's been so long. The guy that had the warranty claim on the Subaru engine,
The guy.
well, the
Which one?
the one that really blew up on the internet that the dealer wouldn't fucking put an engine in it for him because he was abusing it.
Not
But it
the
was
first
stock,
guy.
right? He hadn't modified it?
This has been a thing since like 2013. It's
Yeah.
been a thing with these FA20s ever since the BRZ, FRS, GT86, whatever. Ever since they came out, they've all had this RTV sealant issue because Subaru is incompetent with their motors.
Well, like on
they
the oil
build
pan?
good motors, they just don't know how to put it together.
They just can't put it together. Yeah.
You're talking about like RTV on the oil pan?
Yeah,
it
the
just
pickup
leaks?
tube. The pickup tube.
Wow.
It just sucks it right through because they use so much. You press in, say, the oil pan,
Yeah.
and it presses all that excess in. Well, it heats up, it breaks off. There it goes to the pickup tube. Now you don't have any oil pressure because there's clogged RTV now.
Wow.
And knock knock.
And they could literally just make an O-ring instead.
Well, I mean, every
Or they
oil
could
pan.
just clean up the process.
Yeah, they could just use less RTV.
Not go. All right, call it a day.
Right. I mean, that's some like American-made bullshit.
Yeah,
like
that's-
that's some Japanese-made stuff. It's kind of amazing.
Well, it's sad because we're seeing a lot of stuff like that on 22s right now. Like brand new cars, stuff from COVID production line. We're seeing like poor RTV jobs, stuff that wasn't cleaned up, stuff that wasn't assembled properly. I do warranty at Hyundai. I'm seeing like literal like window switches that weren't plugged in. Like at the factory, and there's warranty claims and electrical diag that goes into just finding a plug that wasn't installed properly.
Now here's something. You think about like the production line building assembly. How many times, how much calibration is necessary for all these machines to do? Because I mean, 90% of the time nowadays, it's all robotically machine-built cars. Not too
right.
many cars and manufacturers do hand-built cars anymore.
no, all that
That's
RTV is laid out by a
specialty
machine.
And even the hand-built cars, it's a car that was pre-built through the factory, brought to them, and then they got their hands onto it.
They
Right.
just assembled it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That means that there's a robot with a little RTV gun, and they can't even get that right.
But how long has that robot been in use?
That's true. It's probably just gone out of calibration.
And that, but again, that's what I'm saying. Like, they've got to be finely calibrated machines, but at a certain point, how often do they replace them? I bet that is part of the problem.
And it's probably
Has to be.
gotten
It's
worse
possible.
since they've sent a bunch of people home from the factories.
So I just got done this week. I did head gaskets on an FB20, FB20, so it's the same basic engine. And in the instructions for doing all that stuff for the the valve covers, your front timing cover, all that kind of stuff that has RTV, there's very clear definitions from Subaru or Toyota, whichever one you want to do, about like exactly what size bead and where to put that RTV. They are very precise about it. And the fact that they can't even do that stuff at their factories properly is, like you said, with a robot, it is just strange. I don't know how that got missed, honestly, for so long. Because like you said, it's been going on forever.
Yeah, because like I said, I can see, like I said, there have been COVID production issues, so like new stuff I see. But if this has been happening since 2013 and they have never fixed the issue, that's a problem. And I know Subaru's in charge of the manufacturing, so it's a Subaru problem.
You sound like you have something to add there.
I just clogged RTVs stop your car's heart. I don't know. It's not. It doesn't really work, but I had to say.
No, it basically worked.
I just had to say it.
No, that's the kind of production quality, though, that I would expect out of what I want to talk about next. Our Lord and Savior, the Tundar pickup truck from China. It's not a Tundra, it's a Tundar. the knockoff Chinese version.
Do you guys remember Thundar the Barbarian?
Yeah.
That's all I can think about.
I know.
This like has a mixture of 5 trucks in one.
Oh, it's so great. It's
It's got like
mini
a
truck.
Mercedes G-Wagon roof line,
Right, but it's also the size of like,
a Nissan Pathfinder rear end, or Australian Ute truck.
yeah. And then
Oh
those
my
those
God.
wheel covers are like off my 1990 Chevy Lumina. There, I had to throw that reference in for my buddy Tony because he says I talk about my Lumina every time I do the show. So I'm going to throw that in.
You do talk about the Lumina every time. It's true.
Damn it. But
Remember that?
shut up. Yeah, I don't. The proportions.
How big is it? Like, what are the
It's
specs
very
on it?
small.
It doesn't look very big.
No, I mean, what are those, like 14-inch wheels? I mean, this engine is like a 3-cylinder something.
One
It's a
liter,
K truck.
3-cylinder. Oh yeah, it's a 1-liter 3-cylinder Isuzu engine.
Yeah, so it's a K truck.
That's
But
interesting.
they put a full-size pickup truck front end on. I don't.
It's got a 5-speed manual. It's 2-wheel drive. It has a top
Yes.
speed of 62 miles
You
per hour.
can drive that thing at 120%. Always.
You're just flat everywhere.
It would be kind of funny to pull up in a K truck that had a kit on it like this to make it look like a full-size
Dump
truck.
it. Put it
Yeah.
on its nuts.
Right? Yeah.
Put some 17s on it.
Yeah. You
And some
YouTube
bags and
car
just drop it onto
influencers.
the
Look like
frame.
20s.
Mini truck this shit. Yeah.
All of the Tundra iteration, they chose this one. It's not like the one right before. I think was the sweet spot. Like,
Yeah. No, they picked the one with the giant grill.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't get it, but this does lead to the
You
whole.
say Tundra, those are like Tacoma lights with a Tundra grill.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if they're actual Tacoma lights.
That would be funny if they
Right.
got them from the same manufacturer.
They just, because they're manufactured in China anyways.
Yeah.
So they just go to the fucking factory and grab them. I just love how just blatant the Chinese are about like not giving a shit about copyright.
Well, and that's what I was saying, yeah, before we started the podcast was, every time, like, if Toyota wants to sue about this, then there has to be a Chinese copyright judge who is willing to say, oh, no, the Tundar is in no way derivative of the Tundra and has nothing to do with it.
Look at that. That looks
He has
nothing
to
alike.
say that with a straight face and put it into a legal document. Like,
But people will go batshit crazy over the Mustang looking like a Camaro.
Right?
It looks like somebody did like a chibi anime car drawing of a Tundra. That's what it looks like, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, just the little...
Yeah, and the chibi anime version of Cars, this would be the Tundar.
Tundar. What is? Now I don't know which one's which. Tundra. Tundar. There we go.
Somebody please just swap around the badges on the back of your Tundra and call it the Tundar from now on.
It's pressed into the...
Ah, it is. You need-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one piece.
That would be a very expensive joke. But this isn't the best truck we're going to talk about today anyways, because we're going to talk about trucks for a little bit. This is the best truck. There is a company somewhere in America that is turning old Corollas into $35,000 electric pickup trucks.
oh, that's awesome.
Amazing.
Right? That's like, yeah, that's the perfect chassis.
Yeah, I'd take that over a Tundar any day.
right? I wonder if do they have a picture of the finished one? They have like the blueprint
I say,
here.
yeah, blueprint diagram.
This internet.
No, can I F5 this?
Shop.
No. So unfortunately, we don't have a picture to look at, but that's all right. We have the drawings, and
One day we'll wire the shop for actual internet.
right, that would be nice. Right now, I'm just like hotspotting to my phone, which is also recording video and probably overheating right now.
It's kind of nice being off grid, not having service for when we come here. You know, it's really we have to get in touch with our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior JC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in frame? Is it?
Yeah, it's in frame.
Awesome.
Of course it's in frame. Although we did mention it. We were supposed to just never mention it.
Oh,
we
I
already.
did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'll cut that out.
Too late.
Yep. Oh, that's all right. So, yeah, from now on, anybody else who comes to the show has to give a sacrifice of a hammer to JC.
Where's my green one?
Yeah, the giant
So
one.
you know it.
Yes. It just keeps coming up.
It does. But no, all I wanted to talk about this because A, it's a cool project and something I've thought about many times before about going into the future. We're trying to be, environmentally conscious and,
You're recycling your car.
Yeah.
exactly. And people are going out and buying $120,000 Teslas that then burn to the ground and get shipped to a facility. And then, it's just a big wasteful thing. You're not actually making any gains. Like you said, you're recycling a chassis. It's on the road, and it's going to be on the road. It's road for another 300,000 miles.
Well, and
And
it's
it was
perfect. You literally said if you wanted to save the world, buy an old Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, and now you have a
Yeah.
pickup version.
Now you can get both, a pickup electric version.
And I still don't understand to this day why Americans never embrace the Ute.
I think the Ute's awesome. And when Australians come over here, they're just like, why do you guys have all these lifted trucks? It's so hard to put
Wagons.
things up
Wagons.
into the bed.
Yeah.
It was wagons.
Yeah,
We
well,
had wagons.
We had wagons, they had Utes.
I'll say, yeah.
but
Interesting.
even then, we got rid of wagons pretty fucking quick.
That's
And then
true.
Europe took over the wagon side.
Yeah.
Sir,
The
it's called
estate market.
Excuse me. Do you open the boot?
the
bonnet?
which Corolla generation is it?
That is a good
I
question.
can't tell because I can't see.
Taking
it
a
'cause of
brand
your
new
weird-
GR Corolla.
2009 through 2013.
so
Okay.
it's the weird little bubbly
Kind of
one?
bubbly one,
Yeah.
yeah. The XRS. You can get an XRS version of this with the 2ZZ motor.
But it's electric, right? So
Shut up! I just want the truck version.
It's electric. You can't do that.
No, just sell me the body parts to convert it to a truck. That's all I really want.
Rick Davis. Camry. This is a Camry.
Yeah, it's a carry.
Yeah, that has the 2GR engine in it,
No, that's right.
which blew up a turbo. I don't know if you
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I was
grenaded
there.
that fucking turbo.
I was
Okay.
When
Oh,
did
yeah,
you
was it-
do that?
Was that
That
Grandma?
slush.
Oh, that slush. Yeah.
Blew it up.
Darn.
Yeah. Big old smoke show.
Can't
Thought
get
something
that
was
thing
on
back
fire.
together in a
You also
month,
haven't talked about Track Attack either.
right? No, we haven't talked about a lot of stuff.
Points.
Yes, we
That's
did.
true.
Well, we're going to talk about racing at
All right.
at the end here. So we're trying to get through all this news we missed first. What do I have next here? Oh yeah, speaking of trucks, can I watch this? Is it the video going to work? Oh no, we have sound. So Ferrari doesn't want you to call this an SUV, but it is totally an SUV, and Ferrari's making an SUV, and it pisses me off. But,
Is it a Ute?
Yes. No, it is not a U. It's an SUV, but it's a truck.
Oh, it looks kind of like the FF.
It's like a Ferrari. It is a Ferrari.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah, they just took an FF and made it taller.
like that's so cool.
That sound effect was perfect.
What I wonder is it's
yeah.
got suicide doors?
Come on.
Oh, that's awesome.
These guys are liking this more than I was expecting.
Look at it.
That's sick.
I mean,
That's
I tried-
really
somebody
fucking
was like,
cool.
Oh,
"Oh,
taking it down a dirt road. It's a rally car.
What I wonder
Right?
is, so if this has the 4-wheel drive system, does it do the same thing that they did with the FF, which
Where
was
7 gears,
Oh,
rear-wheel
well-
drive only.
well,
full
and
glass
it has a
roof?
second transmission
about
for the
that.
front of
I don't
the
know about
engine,
that. Right.
because Ferrari decided to completely
are they
reinvent the
playing with?
wheel to make 4-wheel drive work,
I don't know, because this one's tall enough.
to where they could just have a differential.
Yeah, they could probably, because that was the whole point of having the 2 transmissions is to make it as low to the ground as possible.
Right.
Some good.
Some good.
Yeah, it's a bad name.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's great in Italian,
I would
but,
say, yeah, there's an Italian that is yelling at us right now.
but
Sorry.
for us American mouths, we can't do it.
How How much do you want to bet we're going to see these in Colorado in the first
Oh,
production
they're going to
year?
be
Oh,
all
totally.
over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, it's their first 4-door 4-seater. I did not realize that.
What? No, they've made a 4-door before.
Marinella's first ever 4-door 4-seater.
Huh.
Wow, it's the end. The end is near. That's
Right?
how you know
Oh,
it's
yeah.
almost
When-
over.
Enzo Ferrari would be turning in his grave.
Oh God,
would
you
be.
know it.
Except for the V12. He'll give a nod of approval there.
That's
Right.
the only reason that even gets to come to market is because it has a V12.
Yeah.
But like, this is just like the sign of the times because every supercar maker makes an SUV now.
Because they're doing it to fund their fun cars.
Right. Because I've seen like 1 or 2 Aston Martin cars here, but I've seen like 4 of the SUVs.
Yeah, and you see like half a dozen Porsche
you
SUVs
guys-
for every 911 you see.
You don't work in Boulder.
Yeah, I know.
So many like just the supercars and the Urus. I see a Urus like every day.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
just like yeah.
We were driving somewhere like
Might be the same.
kind of downtown,
I see the same Urus every day.
and there was a Urus like parked in this. Of course, we know what home prices are downtown, but it was like this like janky old house, and there's a Urus parked out front. And I'm like, okay, priorities, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, but that janky old house probably cost $700,000.
True. That's very true.
Yeah, dude, my house was built in 1900. I think it's worth fucking $700,000,
Right. Yeah, because of where it is.
and it's haunted.
Dude, that's
That
value.
bad.
No, I was about to say, you charge more for that.
Call up a TV show, bring them in.
It's got 3 ghosts, man. That's an investment.
Ricky's down in the basement, Charlie's in the attic.
Every failed exorcism adds 6 figures in value.
Oh yeah, you live off of Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably ton. Oh man, Old Baker neighborhood's awesome.
Ghosts and homeless people. That's what you're
Oh,
dealing with right
yeah.
now.
Homeless ghosts.
Woo. Aren't all ghosts? Well, unless your house is haunted.
I'm about to say, if they haunt
If
your
they,
house,
if they
then
stay in the
they're-
house,
yeah.
then they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you're the squatter.
But how terrible would that be to be a ghost, but you're like tethered spiritually to like a fire hydrant?
What is this, the ghost of a dog?
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
fuck is this?
It's like you have nowhere to go.
you were
just-
homeless and you
just haunt
died.
2
Oh,
square
this
feet
is
of
horrible.
sidewalk.
Yeah, you're a homeless guy. You die on the sidewalk. This is horrible. We're getting in a really bad.
Oh no, let's explore. Let's explore. This is gonna get
Yes, and come on, let's keep going. So this is a weird little mystery that I found on online. Kind of talking about electric there earlier, so I didn't transition this well, but
We're talking about ghosts.
no, we're gonna cut that all out.
Oh yes, yes.
So what was it? It was like 5 or 6 of these brand new Ford Focus EVs showed up in a junkyard here in Colorado in one of the LKQ lots.
Wow.
But they came from California. They got dropped off a train, brand new, stickers in the window still,
Interesting.
never registered.
What?
Did they still have the batteries in them and everything?
I don't know what condition they were in.
Did you say 600?
Yeah, sticker
Sorry,
price.
I didn't mean
What?
What?
How many? What was the number? 600?
No, like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh, 5 or 6. I
Yeah.
thought you said 100 after that.
no,
And I was like,
did I? Oh God, I hope not.
oh my god.
That would be even more ridiculous. But the weird part is these are all from like 2017. So
But they were never sold?
they were never sold, never registered.
I didn't
That's
know they
interesting.
made Focus EVs.
Originally delivered
Yeah.
to South Bay Ford in Hawthorne, California by rail and somehow ended up in Denver.
Yeah.
You know, I have a theory. So California EV laws are tighter
Where's
as
the
far
price?
as
Right
what
there.
has to be warranted.
$30,000.
$30,000 in the
MSRP.
sticker. Yeah, so what has to be like in California, an EV battery has to have a warranty of a certain length of time, and we don't have that here. So it's possible that by shipping them out of state and never registering them, they avoided a ton of liability in having to fix these things.
So it just went to a junkyard.
Yeah, but if they put it to a junkyard in California, they might have still been liable for.
Sounds like some California bullshit.
Yeah,
Checks out.
Well, like we had a Kona EV come in, and it was from California, and it's out of warranty in Colorado, but in California, it's still in warranty.
Man, see, this is one of the times, like, could you have bought one or two of these cars?
Right? Or were they just like never going to be, you know?
Road legal. There
Yeah.
had to have been something with Ford that happened with these.
See,
Like, something wasn't right.
what I was wondering
Because
is
Brad Pedersen, I guarantee he would have got one of these.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. just because it's a Focus and it's different.
Right? Yeah, because like you
Different,
said, I didn't really
well,
know
not
they made
different, but
Focus EVs.
I didn't
Yeah,
know-
especially in
This thing
2017.
comes with some pretty nice
heavy options.
options. I zoomed in on the sticker, so it's got.
Let's say, can you get the window switches?
Oh, yeah, I need those.
So it's a 6.6 kilowatt onboard charger with the 33.5 kilowatt an hour. I don't know how to read that. Liquid cooled lithium ion battery.
Yeah, I don't know what that translates
KWH,
to.
yeah.
Like, if that-
Fast. That's
good.
what it translates to.
does it?
No,
I
I
don't know.
think it's
I have
just
no
like
idea.
a smaller one.
But the batteries are still on board these things, and they're sitting in a junkyard.
See, that's the other question. What did they do? Yeah, they
Yeah.
had to have pulled
And who
them
made
out.
the batteries?
There's no
for
way they
Ford
could've
at that
left it.
time because they didn't.
I don't know. I will say my theory of this is either Tesla, Lucid, or Rivian bought these things way back in the day to do testing on. Well, they needed something to like compare and contrast.
When was this posted?
Some of their. This was just posted
September
like
18th.
a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But because
That's
2017, that was about the time that everybody was getting EV crazy,
Yeah.
you know, and trying
Yeah.
to develop their own shit and how all these startups and stuff like that, or maybe a failed startup that we never even really knew about, you know, that was going to try to be one of these new car manufacturers, bought these to tear apart, never
It's a
registered,
full
never
Ford-
put them
it's
on
a
the
full
road.
Ford sticker.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fully Ford.
Yeah,
Focus electric.
Special order
Yep, special. Yeah.
delivered by
Yeah, because
rail.
Fisker was even still a thing in 2017, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it could have been any of those startups, like you were saying.
And they just bought them to tear them apart and learn how EVs work. Because you know how startups are. You have an idea, you start a business, and then you figure out what your
Right.
product is.
Right. You design a really cool logo.
Yeah.
And start a GoFundMe.
And then eventually, maybe you'll make a product.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, there'll be links to this in the show notes, of course. Check out the post and let us know what your theories are. Because, I don't know, it's just a very interesting mystery.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
Hard to do from this angle. All right. Yes, I did put some of the EV stuff together. All right. So the fastest accelerating electric vehicle record has been broken by a team of students in Germany with one of their basically a Formula SAE car, but electric. And what's the time on this again?
What is it? A 60-foot?
1.461 seconds
Wow.
to 62 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So to 100 kilometers an hour, 1.6 seconds.
No, 62.
62 kilometers
Oh, yeah,
is,
it is
yeah,
100
or 62 miles is 100
Yep.
kilometers.
Yeah, 100 kilometers an hour and 1.4
Yeah, but they did it
seconds.
on
That is
Hoosiers.
wild.
Still,
I'll put some Mickey Thompson radials on. Let's see how it really goes.
right? I can't imagine that kind of acceleration.
Yeah, that's neck snapping.
Right?
Have you ever been in a plaid?
Not yet. No.
Oh my god.
What are the plaid does it
100
in what, the twos?
Yeah, something like that. I
Okay.
don't fucking.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
This
It's
is like a
unreal.
formula car. That's crazy that the Plaid can do it in the twos.
With a
and
full
it-
interior
it's
and
five-
4 people sitting in it?
Yeah,
5,000
like
pounds?
it's nothing.
Yeah, it weighs probably 10 of those.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. No, the Plaid is amazing. I've only done the fastest Tesla I've been in is a Model X 100D, whatever.
P100D
P100,
or something
yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Whatever.
Can't remember their designations. And that thing was even like you launched that thing a few times in a row, and you're like,
And
that's
seats,
rough.
That seats 7 people.
Does it?
The
Does that
Model
thing
X?
grow?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Model X
Jesus.
seats
Yeah.
7 people.
So the article says that this is roughly equivalent to the force experienced by astronauts when a rocket re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. So there you go.
Okay, so not leaving the Earth's atmosphere.
I feel like an astronaut today.
But at least we didn't get too ridiculous. It's not leaving the atmosphere. It's just coming back.
Well, yeah. I mean, coming back though, wouldn't that be slowing down?
Yeah, you're slowing down. Leaving, you're just accelerating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of wonder what this is going to do to the future of Formula SAE stuff too. Because I had friends that went to engineering college and built Formula SAE cars with motorcycle engines and competed in that. I was like, man, are we going to start making some ridiculous little electric cars to go racing with?
No, Formula E is a thing. They just have crazy limits on power and charges and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I mean just
doesn't make
the
it fun to
student
watch.
side of this,
It does and doesn't. Like there's a,
It does.
the strategy side. I fully
Yes.
get it, but it is something that's restrictive because they're trying to be on the green, environmental friendly side. They're not trying to be wasteful with their
right?
use of energy in a sense.
Well, it's like on our last podcast, we talked about how the Hummer EV makes more carbon than an economy car.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
I think it was a Malibu, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
maybe a
Chevy
Malibu.
Malibu.
Yeah.
It's very.
Someone out there owns every generation of Hummer. I want to
Oh,
see it.
Do you
I'm
want
sure
to meet
somebody
that
does.
person, though?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just
You know, though, Schwarzenegger now would totally own an EV Hummer.
yeah.
Like,
No.
No, he's
I don't
all
know.
on that.
Yeah, he's like totally into that. Like, he
I
rides
don't want to
his bike
pump
everywhere.
any fuel.
It'd be awesome if him and Stallone got into the rivalry
I
again.
think they missed that, but I'm gonna keep it
That
in.
was for us. I'm giving it. I don't care.
Why is this becoming a thing?
The one-seater.
The one-seater thing.
Yeah, like old school Euro speedsters. That's exactly what that
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is right there.
So this is a brief segment. We got 3 articles to talk about. I'm going to call the JDM resurgence, or old school JDM resurgence. Yeah, there's a company out there that is making. Oh, I'm getting messages on Discord. I should have closed that. I am so professional. That is redoing NA Miatas into like little single-seater speedsters with ND drivetrains in them.
Oh, that's got a new drivetrain in it.
Yeah.
It's not the Fiata
That's
drivetrain.
bomb.
Sorry.
No, it's
Let's say,
it's
do
a
you,
Miata
you want
drivetrain.
that? You want that little? What is it? A 1.3 turbo?
1.4.
1.5,
Yeah.
4, whatever.
Yeah.
Same as what comes in like the darts and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I hate those engines. They're no good.
Is that that
500
multi?
Abarth, bro. Come
Yeah,
on.
but they're not good. Well, to be fair though, the problems I've seen with all the multi-air engines are the owners not taking care of the engines.
Yeah.
So, because it's all Chrysler products.
Yeah, I could
So it's
say,
like a
I could say the
13B
same
problem.
about an EcoBoost.
Yeah.
The owner thought the car was reliable until 30 pounds of boost on a banked oval. And knock, knock. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I get.
Oh, that's
I should turn my
you.
boost
Yeah,
down.
no shit.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's why his Fiesta's unfortunately still
Just sitting there,
sitting.
looking pretty in front of the Turbo Escort, looking like shit.
I didn't even know you had a turbo Escort.
Yeah, I've got Jeff Herc's old Turbo
Oh,
Escort.
do you? Okay. I didn't know you own that now.
It's just sat there for years.
Yeah.
It's-
Another
it's-
one.
It's become a parts car for Ben Thorne and Gears and Gasoline. Whenever,
Oh, really?
Speaking of which, I got to get all the Mega Squirt and engine management stuff to Jeff. That's
Yeah.
all it is. Just, oh, you want part? All right. here
Yeah,
you go.
just tear it off there. Yeah, that works.
That differential, mine.
Well, don't put that in the Escort. You'll be.
Shut up. Nobody needs to know.
It's all right. Nobody listens to the
No,
podcast.
I'd rather not break the M factory.
Yeah.
No. I'll leave that for local events. I'll probably put the M factory in for Track Attack.
So even the aftermarket diffs are breaking on those gearboxes.
Not really.
Oh,
Just
okay,
I just don't want to.
that's fair.
I don't want to run that risk.
Yeah.
jump a curb and break it.
No. Run the risk of being a cheeky sly devil.
Oh, got you.
Is there
running
more
a
pictures of
limited
it?
slip diff in a open diff only class.
And then if you win, they're like, "Let me look at your drivetrain."
The shush.
So, yeah, this Miata though. I mean, it's basically just an NA Miata. There's not a whole lot done to it other than cutting the windshield off, adding this really cool like D-type
can't.
thing behind the.
Is there a name for that thing?
I'm sure there is.
You
I'm
know,
sure.
Speedster probably.
Well,
Something
the little
stupid
thing
No,
behind
just this
the
a little
head.
thing they put behind the headrest.
Oh,
Roll hoop.
I mean,
roll
it is, but it's not. I mean, the hoop and then whatever the aerodynamic thing is.
speed tail
It
hoop.
says a motorsport.
It'd be like a
spec roll
speed-
hoop right at the
speed
end of
tail,
that
yeah.
paragraph.
Speed tail
don't know.
road hoop.
That's
I mean, that's a really bad roll hoop though, because that guy's helmet is above it.
Oh no, yeah.
He
he's
does
too
not
tall
pass
for
the
that,
broom
yeah.
test.
Yeah, that's all Miatas.
Yeah.
Have you seen Sam and JP when they're in their Miatas at Track Attack?
No.
I was saying, I'm sure your head's up there in your Miata too.
Yeah. Well, like if I ever get another NA Miata, I'm making a custom roll hoop for it that's extra tall, and the top will never go back up again.
If you
but-
ever see JP's Lemons Miata, that cage is that way. Like where the windshield goes, it goes like up here above the windshield.
Yeah.
Because they're 6'2".
Right, you have to.
That's a NASA spec cage.
Lemons?
Yeah, they go above the.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay. I know lots of some
have
people do
to.
the floor pan lowering too.
yeah. Didn't Evan do that?
He's going to, yeah.
Yeah, because he had to bolt it straight to the floor.
Yeah. With a floor plan.
And he's
lower
like,
kit.
what, 6'3"?
Yeah. He's a tall dude. But, yeah, of course, the only problem with this Miata is, let me find the price here on the article.
Oh no.
It's really nice to imagine what's
Well, I mean,
going
first
on
of all,
without
you're looking for a $5,000
Oh, wow.
chassis.
my monitor today. I'm just like, I like all the
Oh, is
and
this
that
why we needed the DVI?
yeah, the dot. Yeah. But it's just nice to imagine. I can picture. I'm gonna pull it up later and just see if I was right. But
Oh, this is a long-winded article. Oh, there we go. Around $70,000.
Okay.
okay.
All right, so this...
I'm just gonna buy an ND. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
By three.
this goes back to that question we posed a long time ago, and it's funny because I always get different answers from car guys. If you have 85 grand to spend on a Roadster, you can get a backdraft Cobra, or you can get a turnkey LS swap from Flying Miata on an ND, or now you can get one of these.
Cater 'em.
So you'd go cater them.
You can get one hell of a caterer.
Yeah, for 85 grand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's what the R500 costs about that much,
I
right?
would say it's not gonna be a regular cater 'em. I'll tell you that.
But yeah, it's just really cool. If you had 85 grand to spend on a little Roadster, you've got a lot of options. And it's funny because a lot of people seem to pick Miata or Cobra and really stick to their guns on one or the other.
Or S2000.
I was going to say,
Yeah, S2000 is I don't know,
a
that's
nice
my choice.
turbo-built S2000.
Yeah.
I mean, for 80 grand, you could build a really nice S2000.
You could.
Dude, you could for half that, you could just do a simple supercharger setup or something small, makes 350, 400,
Turbo K swap.
or that. Oh, I just leave the F in it. You don't even
For-
need to swap it.
For 80K, you can get a used SLK
Not
65
anymore.
with a twin-turbo V12.
Wow. Now those are automatic only, but still.
Yeah, but it's still one hell of a
Yeah,
car.
that's a tire boiling car. That's
Okay.
true.
Is
For
the
road
F-Type
structures.
considered a Roadster?
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
top goes.
that's
yeah,
right
make
there
it
in the
convertible.
price range.
Yeah.
I'd get one of them.
It's
V8,
like got all those
half
cracks
V8.
and burbles.
Yeah.
Those
The
things
one
with
that will get
exhaust
you-
on those
I'll
are
just say.
Yeah,
The one that will get you pulled over
trouble.
from the factory.
Yeah, did you guys see that article I
Yeah, but
posted?
now an
Yeah.
Elantra will do that. So.
I still don't
That's
get it.
funny.
Like,
That is wild, right? This guy gets pulled over in California with a bone stock Elantra in crackle tune mode, and the cop cites him and revokes his registration on the spot.
it happens to Lamborghinis and Ferraris, all the exotics too.
Yeah, but this
But
is
those
an
people can
Elantra.
afford it. This person bought a Hyundai Elantra, and now they've got to, and they had to go to the dealership and ask them to do something that was impossible.
I'm glad officers just look at my car and probably say, "Well, that thing's a piece of shit."
This guy has no money. Like, why are we even going to take
We're not
it in?
going to get anything out of this guy.
Your punishment is driving.
This man looks like the type of guy that will fight the ticket. Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe that though, because I think it's the last time I knew it was still sitting at the dealership because
Yeah,
until it gets fixed, it can't be registered.
right. The state is demanding that they remove the track mode.
Yeah.
Which like put it back to stock, and he brought it to Hyundai, and Hyundai's like, it's stock. We can't make it any more stock than it is.
Aftermarket if we made it. So wait,
But it's got the letter
is
in.
it valved? Is the
Valvetronic.
Yes,
like-
but
so
here's,
it
in
has
the exhaust?
openings?
here's the problem: if you tune the ECU, that's against the law. So you
Then
can't
you can't
tune
meet
out
carb restrictions.
Because
that
like
version.
the GTI, because like I have like if I put the GTI under sport mode, that's when my burbles turn on. But if I turn like if I don't, then it's normal.
Right.
But they're like quiet burbles.
Oh my god, dude, that was
my
the
God,
funniest
that was-
gesture ever. They're like quiet
At least
burbles.
it's on
They're
camera.
classy little burbles.
It's the champagne of burbles.
You want some burbly? Oh my god, that's
I
crazy.
like
well,
that,
you
the
know what?
champagne of burbles. you
that's-
could make like a whole Coors logo. That'd be great.
No, that's definitely the F-type is the champagne of bourbon.
Oh, dude, it's
You
so
are
good.
maybe at best some weird
Yeah.
Pilsner Oktoberfest of bourbon.
Boone's Farm.
The Colt 45,
No, that's the,
Edward 48.
the Colt 45. Is that.
The Steel Reserve of burbles.
That's what you get for buying a performance Hyundai. Sorry. That's your own fault, dude. You should have just bought a fucking Focus RS or something. Buy a real fucking tuner car. That's what you get.
I mean, in a way, the officer's just saving him trouble because the thing's gonna blow up in 5,000 miles anyways and be at the dealer anyways.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Did I offend you because you the Veloster?
No,
I
I
wanna
blew it up twice.
I just really wanted to hear that part of it so that we could
not at
reassure
all.
the listeners that you don't
I
buy a
think that is
performance
the
like that.
same engine too. It's still the 1.6 turbo from the Veloster.
I'm still
thought it was a
submitting
2-liter.
engine warranty claims for Velosters.
I thought the 2-liter was only in the end, the Veloster N. Is
No,
this-
all the ends, the actual end. This is an actual end, not an end line.
Yeah.
It's an end, like end.
The Elantra N, yeah, with the little red trim and everything.
What?
Isn't the end? I'm sorry. I just thought about this. So the guy that went over, he went from BMW, right?
Right, he went from the
So
N
he just
division.
literally went one fucking letter down the alphabet. Is
Yep.
that what happened?
Yeah.
That's
So
what
when you
happened.
That's what the
The
Koreans
M
do. They
division
just
to
copy
the-
other people. They're like,
I'm just-
you're M, we're N.
Yeah.
We're one better.
They
I just
literally
wanna know
stole
if that
the
guy
M guy.
is gonna go and be just to the next company.
the O.
Can you imagine
Exactly.
that?
The O.
The O division.
Like, if you got sniped by, or like stolen effectively by, like, can you imagine how much money they had to give that guy for him to be like, yeah, I'll come
All right,
one day.
I'll come.
Right.
I will step from BMW to
Yeah,
Hyundai.
like-
yeah.
God, I mean, it
It's a
must
bad
have
career move, in my opinion.
Not if
he
they pay you
retired,
like
now
a
he's
ton of
done.
money.
I'll say,
I don't
or
even
I'll
care.
say, but here's the thing: he's probably gotten the creative freedom going there, where BMW are probably like, no, here's your book,
Yep.
get to it.
Yeah.
That's true. Hyundai probably gives him carte blanche. He can probably do whatever he
Yeah,
wants.
I was gonna say you say that, but look at all the recent N electric concept cars they've got, like that N76 or whatever it is.
The one that looks like a crazy DeLorean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that stuff's gonna come out.
No, but it's pretty clear that like that guy has some like more free reign, like Lucas was saying. Like BMW is just out there deciding what size grill to make on their next car
And they're wrong. Whatever they decide.
every
They're
time.
just wrong.
Look at the race cars. The race cars, that's why they do it.
I guess the race car
Screw
does
the
look better,
consumer.
but
It's all about us motorsports people.
yeah, because they just brought out
Those
the M2.
things are hideous.
The M4 is
race
really
The
ugly.
new ones are so bad.
But the
Although the
race
new
car,
M2 that's coming out, the grill
The
actually
race
looks pretty
car.
decent. The concept, they actually kind of made the kidney grill. They kind of brought it back.
Yeah,
It looks like
It's
futuristic
literally
retro.
right there.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, the orange one. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
I
that
don't
new.
even need to see it to know how bad it is.
It's different. It's smaller.
It'll yeah.
This laptop, I swear to God.
It's a mini M4.
Yeah.
I would kill to.
Dude, I'd definitely drive one of those. And you know what the funny thing is? You probably get better pricing on one of those than a Supra.
Son, his F80. That's what I want to drive.
Yeah, that's a
those
great
things. Watching him and others wheel those big boat of an M3 it's great. And they sound so good.
They do sound awesome. Inline 6 turbos just sound amazing.
See, it doesn't look bad.
No, I actually like the M. Like everybody's making fun of this thing. I like this.
It's not
Well, the
the-
thing is, this
what
is
is
a
it, the
dramatic
6?
improvement
Is the 6 the
over
crazy
what's
one?
there. The 4 is the crazy one.
M4,
The one where
yeah.
the grill's like
Yeah.
the whole length of the front end.
See, and again, in the race car GT3 version it looks beautiful.
So it looks good with arrow. below
Proportionally
it. Okay.
to the width of it, it looks. You're like, oh, that looks right. But then you
Consumer-wise,
take
it looks like
the
awful.
wide, like the over fenders or whatever, the wide body kit, and you're just like, whoa.
But this doesn't look too bad.
Well,
No,
but
This is
also
a step
has
in the right
huge-
direction.
I do understand there's like this
I
weird
feel like those are upside
squareness
down,
and
though.
roundness going
feel like
on.
the
but-
kid-
Yeah,
the
but that's the
kidneys are
classic
upside down.
BMW look.
Yeah.
Kind of hexagonal.
Yeah.
Those vents or where the fog lights or whatever, like on the blower side,
You know,
underneath it,
a
those
lot
look
of-
weird. Yeah,
Well, a lot of time BMW use that for brake ducting too.
yeah. Oh, I see the.
Out of all of them they made recently, I think that's
I
my
don't care
favorite
what
so
it
far.
looks like. 453 horsepower. Just
Yeah.
like, I'll take it. Let's go.
I have an
And
M2.
possibly underrated too. It may make more than that.
Oh yeah, because BMW always does that.
Coupe. It's small and it comes with 6-speed.
Yeah, 6-speed standard.
Yeah.
And it is a detuned M4, so you're like software away from making that much power.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean a software tune. This thing's making 500 all day. Anyways,
Damn you.
that's enough German cars.
That's enough.
Back to Japanese cars. Here's something really cool. Dart is now making a new 2JZ block, full cast iron, strong ass even stronger than a regular 2JZ.
Is it a
awesome.
billet? Is it a billet block?
Well, it's cast iron.
Oh, cast iron. You said that. You
Yeah.
said those words.
Yes.
Doesn't that make it heavier?
Yes, but it makes it way stronger too.
That's why the
So we're-
factory 2Js can hold 800 horsepower.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe there is a problem with 2Js blowing up cylinder blocks at a certain horsepower.
yeah, about 17, 1800, 2000. That's about where you start to really fuck those up.
Right. So now we have a cast iron block, so you can do like 3,000 horsepower.
Well, yeah, I mean, because a lot of the drag cars now are 2500 ish. I mean, for all the 2J stuff, and they used to just fill them with concrete and whatever. But
Right.
yeah, having a nice dart block, a cast iron dart block to be
Right.
specific.
Yeah, it's got upgraded main journals and all new webbing. It's like Dart actually redesigned the block. It's not just like a perfect one-for-one casting to make it even stronger. So yeah, we'll see it. We'll see 3,000 horsepower out of these.
Surprised Yamaha isn't stepping in and saying anything.
Or the
I mean,
heads, or the head.
because Yamaha made the heads for Toyota, but they didn't make the block.
Okay, Toyota.
I mean,
Toyota don't take copyright shit very lightly.
yeah, but it's different. I just said it's different.
It's just different enough.
yeah.
It's the
Okay,
2JZ
Tundar.
plus. It's got a plus sign. It's different.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Clearly, Toyota doesn't give a shit about copyright.
Is this the new Tundar motor?
Yes, this is. This is the 2GB. I don't know.
I'm sure Daigo Saito is thrilled about this.
2GB, no shit.
Where can I get one?
Yeah.
I want one.
Right.
Because he had a 1200 horsepower
Oh, there
car
you
in
go, yeah.
drift running a 2J.
What is it?
Daigo Saito was running a 1200 horsepower 2J setup for a couple years
Jesus, yeah.
before the whole Tiregate scandal thing happened.
Oh, was that? Wow, that was a while back.
Yeah, it was a while
Jesus.
ago.
Yeah.
But he made, when I saw him live in Road Atlanta, and he made more smoke than everybody else that year.
But I'm just excited because we're officially at the point now in like Japanese tuner cars where like American cars were 10, 15 years ago, where like aftermarket companies are making whole engines, making blocks, stuff like that. And this is the shit we need to keep these cars going well into the future.
So we need a reproduction RB block now.
Right?
And
Well, they make. I mean,
They got. Sorry,
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say they got the RB wrong in the first place anyway, so they need to redo that.
Excuse you?
we had a Toyota fan guy over
I'm
here.
a 2GB guy. You know?
I've seen people do like here in Colorado. There's a shop that sold. I guess they're what's the EVO engine? Oh my gosh,
The
4G63.
4G63 out in Lakewood. What do they call
Or
it?
4B11.
Right, but only for the Evo 10.
Yeah.
Gross.
What is that shop called? They're out in Lakewood. They're off of like I want to say Pierce or maybe Wadsworth and like 12th or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a lot of shops over there.
Yeah, no, but like you walk in there and it's kind of like K series in the sense
really?
that they have this showroom and you go in there and they've got like they make these I guess they're aluminum blocks. I don't know, whatever, but they look amazing. Like
It's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Because, I mean, it'd be cool if they made new 4B11 stuff, too, because you can find 4G63 stuff. But
It's getting harder to find.
but if you have a...
It's getting so hard to find good 4G63 stuff.
Really?
You know how
So-
many of those engines blew up and just destroyed like fucking cylinder walls?
Like one every single month?
Yeah, pretty
Of
much.
every car, every person who owns it. Yeah.
Dude, I will.
But
tell
if you blow up a 4B11, you're screwed. Like, you can't find another one
well,
of those.
nobody will touch one of those. Those, I mean, when I was at AG for that period of time, 4G prices through the roof. Can't fucking find them. 4B11 stuff, nobody wants to do anything big horsepower with that. So 700 is kind of your limit. That's to me, that's a trash motor. I don't know.
700 horsepower. Such trash.
Man, it's so
But
unfortunate.
there used to be so many 4G63s in the world. There were people, like, using them in Thailand as riverboat motors and stuff.
Right.
Like just bolt the crank straight to a propeller and just stick it in the water.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. We'll get to this in a second. Hold your horses.
Now you've tickled my fancy.
All right.
Cars performance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, really? They do that.
I'd love to go
I
out there
didn't know
and
they
check
did
that
that
place
kind
out.
of shit. But, there's
big, but it's
the house that's next to our condo there. We went for a walk, and there's a 1G and a 2G DSM sitting in the yard there.
Really?
And I was like, holy shit. And they're both clean. I'm like, there's like 20 grand worth of car sitting right there.
That guy's got a bunch of cool shit in his yard.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I need to go talk to him. I think
That's what
he's
people
actually
say
cool.
about me.
Doesn't he have a school? Yeah, that's true.
in his yard.
Didn't he have a school bus for a minute?
Oh, it's still there. There's a fire truck out back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We got a whole bunch of shit. But no, to continue our continuation of old school JDM shit, Nissan worked with a engine manufacturer. I think it was. Nope, can't think of the name. In Japan to make 30 new SR20 DETs. Only 30.
Only 30.
Weirdly enough, but brand new, everything.
Those are gonna pull up premium before racing.
Thank you. Somebody had to do it. But yeah, this isn't quite as cool as like the Dart thing where consumers are going to get their hands on this.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell they're exactly making.
But that
them
means
for,
these plans exist and somewhere the machinery exists.
Right, yeah.
Somebody else could buy that out.
Yeah, I mean, because it's all sandcast, but somebody still has the molds,
Yeah.
you know, which I'm not surprised. Why would you throw the molds out?
I mean, it would be awesome if we could get molds for a lot of old Sylvia stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're talking about reproduction engines. I'd love some body panels.
Right?
That would be awesome.
Well, I mean, Nissan's done continuation shit for the Skylines, and, you know, Mazda was making new parts for Miatas, and
Yeah, and Toyota came out with some A86 parts.
yeah.
I say, of course, it's in Japan. I'm sure there's body panel parts for S14, like new,
Like
factory ones.
like new made ones.
Because we get 34 quarter panels
Really?
and 33.
Okay.
We can't find 32, but I mean, we've done some quarter panels and done GTST to GTR quarter panel swaps, but they're brand new from Japan, or Nissan in Japan.
And they bolt on like OE.
I mean, not bolt on. We got to cut
Weld
and
on.
weld.
Okay.
Yeah. It was an actual
yeah.
quarter panel, not like an over fender.
Oh, okay. So it's like an actual.
Yes, actual
Wow.
OEM manufacturer quarter panels.
Dude, that's cool.
that you would do typical procedure for body replacement, panel replacement.
Dude, that is really cool.
I
So
mean, that makes sense because those cars are, you know, worth the money that Nissan's like.
And you got to figure a lot of R33s and S chassis and stuff, they were in Canada, like the right-hand drive models. So a lot of places you can get stuff sent to Canada and sent down to the States.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, all the body panels are clean on your car, though.
they are
I mean,
for
they're
now.
rusty, but
For now,
Yeah.
yeah,
It just needs paint.
it's just a clutch kick or two away. From
Yeah.
we just gotta get that clutch in it first, so you can
So I can break
kick
the
away.
body panels?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's kind of weird that we're seeing. Well, we're not seeing anything right now because the pictures won't load. But
Refresh.
right, but we're seeing like a lot of this stuff, and we're seeing the prices of all these cars that we wanted, as we talked about before, just continue to skyrocket.
They really are going up.
Yeah, and it makes me so mad that I never thought, stupidly enough, that these cars would ever be worth money. But
They used to be so cheap.
right,
I mean, even cars like when I was in high school, Fox Body Mustangs were like $2,000.
I almost bought one for my first car.
Yeah, and now they're like 10 grand to find a clapped one.
I bought mine for $3,500 in high school, and it was already cammed, nitrous, drag radial skinnies, roll cage, like
What?
yeah. It wasn't super pretty. It was
In
an old
high
cop
school.
car, but it was like it fucking ran right. It was good to go. $3,500, done deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that these days.
Yeah, you couldn't even find one with an engine.
Ooh,
Somebody
and it was
here
a,
tried to sell a CRX for $3,000.
that was a coupe too, by the way. Anyway, yeah. Well, you know what? The CRX. I'm a little. Yeah,
How much did you make on the CRX?
couple $100. I made like maybe 600 profit.
I mean, 600 profit considering that we just kind of messed around with it here and didn't really put a lot into it.
I mean, the fact is, you know, that CRX, we didn't have the time or
No.
things to do what needed to be done to it, and it's now out of a field and into somebody's hands that are going to do something with
Exactly.
it. So
And
you
can
did
take
your
credit
middleman
for that.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine. All right. Moving on to a segment, I'm going to be. I got two things to talk about that I'm going to be calling "Automotive News Sucks." We're not automotive news. We're just report on the news.
We,
It's different.
we don't make the news,
Yes.
although I wouldn't mind being a headline.
Right. No, I've seen some things go around, and I'm just like, man, the internet is just terrible in a lot of ways. This clickbait shit that they need to do, and how they have to make articles and whatnot. But this one, I had to laugh because some dude spotted this car in a Honda, or was it Acura? No, the Honda dealership in Japan. Some guy was just going for a walk and saw this car, and he took some pictures of it, posted to the internet, being like, "Oh, what's this?" And every media outlet was like, "Honda's building a Mini NSX. Honda's building the Mini NSX. Look at this. We have spy shots." And then come to find out, no, this car was actually a concept they showed back in like 2016.
It's the new Del Sol.
And it's
Another car that needs to come back.
That'd be
right.
sweet, man.
There's no way a Del Sol
No,
would sell.
never.
It have to be mid-engine. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
but
just love that they had the gall to make it.
right?
You know?
Yeah, but that was Japanese '90s bubble economy, man. Just make anything; it'll sell. It's fine.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I just love how Car and Driver. This is Car and Driver. Picked this up and was like, Honda's building the Mini NSX. Holy shit. Only for people in the comments to be like, this concept's like 6-7 years old. People were linking Car and Driver's article where they reported on this concept back
Yes.
to them.
I was gonna
Oh
ask
my
if they
God.
did
That's
that. Yeah, I was
hilarious.
gonna ask if
Okay.
anybody brought the receipts.
So,
Brother,
this always makes me think of, like, especially on social media outlets and such, seeing somebody. I'm trying to think of who it was. Let's say Michael Jackson. The day Michael Jackson died, say you had a post from 4 years ago. You go back a week after, or like say the week of Michael Jackson's death, and it's like, oh, on this day 4 years ago. You edit that post to say, in 4 years, Michael Jackson's gonna die. And then you share it, and you become a viral sensation because everyone's like, oh my God, this guy predicted his death.
Right?
Why is it so hard for people to click on the little edit history option and see what the original post was?
Right. Yeah, no,
That's what this makes me think of.
yeah, well, because everybody.
People just believe whatever they want to, like, oh my God, it's the new NSX.
Right.
We're getting a new car.
Yeah, and they won't read the article. They just headline, picture, boom, all the information you need.
That's it.
You know, and it's that. I guess that transitions into my next point, and I don't actually have a picture for this because this is just in general. Is this happens all the time, and with people, I see this happen. It's usually like your uncle that doesn't really know cars all that well, you know, but he's like, back before they were actually making a new Bronco, I remember this being like, oh, did you see that picture of the new Bronco they're making back in like 2010? They're like, it was some dude did a render.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
news articles were like, the 2012 Bronco, you know? And it's like, no, it's not. It's just some dude drew a picture.
Yeah.
And
And this is when Ford did their like 10-year
But the
deal of
renders
we're
look
coming out with
so
new models of all this and that.
but you'd see it with everything, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, here's what the new Mustang
I honestly think
blah, blah,
though,
blah
the
looks
problem
like.
is that the renders look so good. Not good in the sense
People-
that
people
it's just
have
they still
very-
look so real.
yeah,
and they're
people
like,
have very
"This is
good
a car."
creative interpretations.
Yeah, and they're like, this is totally a car. And you're like, no, this is like a computer generated image. They're like, I don't see that. And
Right.
you're like, I mean, that's the problem with like deep fakes and all. Like with the graphics are just too damn good. Like we're getting into that point where we won't be able to tell anymore. And
I agree with that. But what I hate is that these news like sites report on it as if it's news.
Just one photo completely out of context.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like that render they did of the 5th gen Camaro as a Trans Am. Everybody's
God.
like, there's going to be a new Trans Am. And then it was so good that there was an aftermarket company that actually started building them out of 5th gen Camaros.
Yeah.
But for a while, it was just this same kind of bullshit.
or
It
when
was-
Roadrunner specials were supposed to be a thing with
Yes.
Challengers.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
And
and
all
it's-
it was some company making Roadrunner replicas with new
Right.
Challengers.
Right. And they're like, Dodge is going to make this. Yeah.
It's like, no, it's just some backwoods hillbilly over here.
Somebody missed the Roadrunner. That was about it.
Yeah, I hate every time I see like this is what the new Mustang would look like if it was lifted. This isn't news.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of cool that like if you want to share that image and be like, hey, this guy did this render. It looks cool. That's fine. But it's not a news article.
Yeah.
You know, and then most of the time anymore, the articles are just written by an AI. So it's just some site taking a picture and having an AI write up a bunch of bullshit and then putting it out into the world because they just need clicks.
Do you think that some of the major media outlets do this too? Like for actual news? Could this be a thing?
No.
No?
That's impossible. They have too much integrity.
Journalistic
Okay.
integrity.
Hold on, you say that. Oscar Piastri. He okay. Formula One announced, and so did Alpine.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Oscar Piastri, when Fernando Alonso was like, all right, see you guys later. I'm going to go replace Vettel over at Aston Martin. they're like, all right, obviously Piastri's our driver.
Right.
And Piastri's like, excuse you? We don't have a contract in place. Why did you announce me as your driver?
Right.
And Formula One and everyone had already posted. And Piastri's in Australia, probably sleeping, zonked out. Wakes up to a million messages. Congratulations, dude. Like,
He's like,
they
for,
know
for what?
They know about my McLaren deal?
Yeah.
And that's, I guarantee, the first thing that popped in his head is because he had already been in talks with McLaren. And why Alpine decided it was the smart thing to do to announce him as their driver was just out of like haste and upset with Alonso saying he's leaving.
Right, because
And
it goes back to the whole thing.
backfired on him so bad.
It did, but do we blame them or do we blame the fact that they think they have to put this out right away because the news is going to go fucking crazy with it?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd rather put out something and have it be 100% inaccurate.
Well, they just
Then
want they
lose.
want to be in control of the narrative.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the media will take control of the narrative and they just do whatever the fuck they want, clearly.
They really do.
I just
Can you
find
imagine being the guy who just walked by and snapped these
Yeah.
pictures?
Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
And
was
it's like,
gonna
all I
say.
did
Like,
was take some pictures. This looked kind of cool.
Right.
I didn't even put Mini NSX in the caption.
No, and suddenly like your pictures are just all over the internet. And you're
just
like,
saw a cool car that had Honda badges on it. I wasn't sure, just seeing if somebody knew.
right?
Maybe I forgot or like lost. Is this a new NSX? I didn't know.
The only plus I could see to this is if Honda was like, wow, a lot of people really want a Mini NSX.
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
we should build that.
That would be great.
Front
Never
wheel drive
happening.
Del Sol.
I mean, I think a new Del Sol would be awesome.
No.
You don't like it? Am I the only one here who loved the Del Sol?
I
think I like
liked
Del
it
Sols.
at the time.
I don't think it
I
would
still like
happen.
Del Sols.
I never have.
Okay, let me put it this way. Look what they did to the Integra.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like
Let's
they can't
not.
be trusted.
Let's not.
You're
do
right.
this.
That would be a really sad sight. It would be like a sedan with 4 different removable roofs.
be a
Oh
Jeep
my-
It wouldn't
Renegade
even
lower.
have. Like, it wouldn't even have like a rear glass panel like a CRX. Or
Right.
anything.
It would be a crossover SUV.
Oh yeah.
It would be like this is how the
Eclipse.
Murano Cross Tour happened.
No,
This is how that got inflicted upon the world.
Yeah, it would be like the Eclipse or the Murano convertible. That's exactly what.
This
it
is
would
how
be.
we get things like that, apparently.
The Lancer Sportback.
Yeah.
Oh god. Rally Art Edition.
Somebody should just take Mitsubishi and put them out of their misery already. They're done.
I didn't think we'd make it to 50, but here's to another 50 more. We got another year left in this place at least before I'm thinking about buying a house. And
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think this is still gonna be the Church of Speed though. It's just too good of a spot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
for
know.
sure. Yeah.
So we're gonna be here for another 50 more.
I'm gonna try and
least.
milk this for as long as
Please.
I don't blame you. But if you want to follow everything we're doing, of course, Heretics, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at religiousofspeed.co. Religiouspeed.com is the place to go for everything we are doing, and youtube.com, search for Religion of Speed. We're not good enough to have our own URL yet.
Yeah, so please share, like, follow, subscribe,
Yes.
watch all the videos 10 times.
Yeah, do the things I'm not
two
out there
videos.
telling people to do. Like do the promotion for us, please, because I suck at it. And I guess, Huffman, that leaves just one last thing to do.
We'd like to thank the band Wheels for the use of our theme song Colors, and you can find them on the album Traveler Part 1 at wheelstheband at bandcamp.com.
All right, that's going to do it. Thank you, everybody that showed up for our barbecue. Thank you, Lucas, for hanging out.
Thank you.
And until next time, Heretics, peace out.
He does it different ways. I don't know why I'm speaking this microphone right now, but I turned it off.